Continuing our geometry definitions, we have a line segment. A line segment is a subset. So if you recall what a subset is, it's part of that line. So it's a subset of a line. And so we denote this with A and B. Those are my points. And then we just have this line with no arrows on either end. We could have also wrote this BA with the line. A and B would be called our end points. So what it would look like is such, where A and B are the endpoints of the line segment. A ray is also a subset of a line. But the difference is that it contains an endpoint and all other points. So what that would look like, AB, and there's a little arrow across the top, and so it contains all other points beyond. So this would be A, my endpoint, and it contains all other points beyond B in that direction. Intersect. Two lines intersect if they have one point in common. So we say we have intersecting lines. So this blue line will intersect in this green line because they share one common point. Perpendicular happens when you have these lines and they meet at a right angle. So what would that look like? Those two lines are perpendicular. So when we say they meet at a right angle, since we haven't talked about angles, we need to make sure you recognize that as a 90 degree. And this sometimes is the symbol that we use for perpendicular. Concurrent. Concurrent is when you have three or more lines that intersect. So three or more lines are going to intersect at a single point. So here's one line, second line, that's my point of intersection, and then I have a third, and I possibly might have more, but notice they all share and intersect at that one point. Parallel is when you have lines in the same plane. So your lines are in the same plane. And we'll be showing this in class and why that's important. The lines have to be in the same plane, and if they are parallel, they do not intersect. Oftentimes we draw two lines, and if you remember from algebra, they would have the same slope. And the last one for this section is skew, and that's when two lines that do not intersect because they don't lie in the same plane. So we have two lines that do not intersect. So you might think, well, it would be like the case above, but the difference is, and do not lie in the same plane. And that's difficult to show on this two-dimensional board, so we'll be looking at that closer in class, and we'll actually have a figure that we can dissect to find out if they are parallel or if in fact they are skew.